What on earth do Etsy mean by impressions? Let's find out. Hey, I'm Pam Duthie. I've been a seller on Etsy for over 10 years and I want to share with you the tips and tricks that have helped me grow my shop year on year for the past 5 years. And today we just want to do a quick Etsy tips, tricks and definitions, most importantly. I want to explain to you some of the confusing terms that you see on Etsy and you might wonder what's that all about and how is it useful to us. So today we're going to look at impressions. We're going to look at the what are they, where to find them, are they important and how to use them. Let's get started. So what are impressions? Every time someone types into the Etsy search bar, they're brought to a page that serves them up a number of listings. They get to see a load of pictures of different listings related to the search term they typed for. Now, an impression is just simply every single one of those shops that's shown to you on that page. It counts as an impression for that shop. So it's telling each individual shop that when someone searched for an item, their listing was shown along with all the other listings on the page. So just showing up on that page is an impression regardless of whether someone clicks on your item or they buy it. Just being there is one impression. So where can we find this impression data? Last year, Etsy made this data available to us. All you have to do is go into your shop dashboard, under Marketing, click Search Analytics Beta. In the drop-down filter columns, you can choose which columns, what data Etsy shows to us. So make sure you have impressions and visits per impression clicked so you get to see these terms. This information is gold because it tells us that not only is this a term that shoppers are searching for, but it's also a term that you're ranking for. So when someone searches for this, you're shown. And also it gives you an idea of, for the number of times people are being shown your item, what's the click-through rate? How often do they click per times they're being seen? So you can get an idea if you're crushing the competition here. Basically, if people are searching and seeing you and are more likely to click on you than other people, then that's an awesome term. How to use this data. Now, if terms have very few impressions, then the results we get are not going to be very statistically significant. We just don't have enough data points to be able to read anything much into it. So you need to pick a sensibly long date range, at least a month, if not longer. And then make sure your listings are filtered by impressions high to low by clicking on the top of that column, and that organises them in the order that you want. And now looking at the percentage of visits per impression, this gives you an idea of things that are getting a lot of impressions, what's performing better or worse than others. Now, there's no good amount, there's no good percent here. You just want to, at a glance, get an idea of what's the sort of average for your shop, and then look at the listings that are above average, that have a higher percent than what you're used to. And then that tells you these are really super terms, that when people see your listing in that search term, then they're more likely to click on it than the competition. There's more odds on them clicking on that item under that term than there is for some of your other terms. So basically you're doing something really right here. Your item is popping more from the competition. Maybe the photographs are way better. Maybe the term's more specific. Have a dive into it. Search for that search term and look at what all the other listings look like. Look at their prices, look at their titles. Compare it to your item and see what you're doing better to see if you can do that more with other listings. If you can decide if it's the very specificness of the term or if that's a particularly good photograph. Just see that's something that's resonating with your buyers. And equally, if something's getting a much lower percent than average, then something about that term is not resonating with the shoppers. People aren't liking it for some reason. So again, check your competitors, check that listing, have a look at the term. Is this something that's really not specific to your shop at all? For example, if you don't have a very specific search term, something like, say, ring. Now, if you get seen, you're going to get a lot of impressions on that. A lot of people search for the word ring, but it's not very specific. They don't really know what they want. Chances are, what a lot of people will do when they search for the word ring is they'll have a look and go, oh, maybe I wanted an emerald ring, and they'll do another search without even clicking on anything. So the chances of, when they type in the word ring, them seeing your item and your item being the thing that they click on is really pretty low. So your click-through rate, your visits per impression for that very unspecific term is going to be a lot lower. It's not necessarily a bad thing. If something like this is driving views, then leave it alone. But if it's not an above average amount of impressions and your visits per impression is a much lower percent than usual, then look into why is this? Why is this item not resonating with the customers? Why are they not liking it? Why are they not clicking on it compared to the other items around them? As I said, there's no right or wrong percentage. And this will vary for different terms, but what we're looking to do is take your least performing ones, take a note of what this percentage is, and see if you make changes. Does that increase the percent or does that decrease the percent? Because the Etsy search engine wants to show shoppers the thing they're more likely to purchase. So the more your percent click-through rate increases, the more chance, the more that Etsy's going to be saying, for every 10 times I show people this item under that search term, it's more likely to get a click, to get a sale than the other items. Then Etsy's going to show your item to people a lot more. It's going to be loved a lot more because it's sending Etsy good signals that if I show people this, it's going to make us money. So let's show more of this. So I hope that helped demystify Etsy a little bit. Now, if there are any terms or things that you don't quite understand, don't forget to leave them in the comments below, and I might make a video just helping out explain what that's all on about. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.